Oh, what's up? This is me. You know who I am. Everybody knows who I... Okay, you're seeing this on my page. Guess what? I just watched... This is my video response to the Haunted Highways Skinwalker episode tonight. First off, my initial reaction... They find him. They find anything? I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they might have captured their audience in little TV land or something. You know, everybody out there that doesn't live here is just captivated by, oh, there might be. But even that, I was not thrilled. I didn't get chills. I get nothing out of this. Except that my butt fell asleep sitting on the couch watching it. You know, it was a cute little, what would you call it, an attempt, I guess, to, I keep looking like that, I don't know why, but it was a cute little attempt to try and bring some light on, I'm still watching it, by the way, let's turn that crap off. It was a cute little attempt to try to bring some little life into the whole Skinwalker thing. First off, congratulations. You guys actually had the guts to actually come out all the way here for whatever reason and turn on your little video cameras and show everybody what the nature is like out here, what the landscape kind of is like out here. But no Skinwalker. It was basically a show about skinwalkers without skinwalkers. You know. But I'll give him this. I'll give him this. They contacted the dude that wrote the book about the Skinwalker Ranch and all this good stuff. Okay, bravo. You know, you did one step. Okay. But the whole circle thing? I mean, you know, taking a stick and drawing it all the way around your perimeter. I don't know if Native Americans called it perimeters back then. Call it campgrounds. Oh. And I've heard of something like that, something to that effect, but never with skinwalkers. Also, drawing arrows that point outward to protect. I want to know what pothead they found on the side of the street to ask these questions, or if it was the guy that wrote the book himself. I mean, not to disrespect, you know, him and his work and all that good stuff, but it was kind of a Snoresville kind of thing. I mean, like I said, I've never heard of that. I'd never even heard of Devil's Soup Bowl, or Devil's Soup, or the Bowl, the Devil's Bowl. The Devil's something. The Devil's got so much stuff around here. I've never even heard of that. And the fact that they found footprints. Okay, that one was a little bit footprints in the wild. I mean, how many of you fellow natives walk around barefoot all the time? How many of you have calluses built up on your feet so much that you could probably walk on coals and it wouldn't burn? I mean, seriously. And the whole tracks leading into the river, and then dog tracks leading out, or canine, something dog-like, okay? Okay, I'll give you that. Kind of had me going there for a little bit, but then you had to go and ruin it. You started freaking out because you were hearing sounds. You were hearing what almost every one of us around the basin, not only tribal members, but the basin, could recognize as coyote calls. And she's freaking out. Okay, and I did like the whole suspense thing where she went quiet. He's talking on the walkie-talkie. She's not responding. He runs to save her. She's tracking something. You listen. Shh. And that's all you hear. And I'm just like, coyotes. I'm sitting there the whole time. It's fucking coyotes, guys. All right. Maybe they're a bunch of city people, but I don't know. But you know, that one was kind of okay. I kind of was like, maybe it could be, maybe. Well, you know, let's see where this goes. Let's see. I was at the edge of my seat, waiting for something to come popping out. Hell, if one of the tribal members here like come running up behind them and like went like boo, I would have been enough to see. Okay, and then the second part that they went down to the Skinwalker Ridge. These are all new places I've never even heard of. Okay, first off, I was thinking, why were they not asking tribal members or tribal elders? Granted, they did bring a tribal member in, but here's the thing. And from a local tribal member who grew up around older people and knows a lot of people around here. Who was that? No, seriously, who in the world was that? Anybody want to field that one? They owned a store in Fort Duchesne, I guess. Maybe they owned the plaza or something. I don't know. Maybe they ran the plaza or the gotta stop or the outpost. I don't know. But yeah, and she did this. You know, she did the blessing and stuff like that, which was very ceremonial with the Roosevelt, you know, trailers in the background while she's fanning them off with sage. You know, it was very touching and very, very traditional. So I give them that they were blessed going into the ridge. The second part of it consisted of thermal imaging and flare helicopter thing flying over that. Maybe that was the UFO thing. Maybe that's what people saw a few months back or something. I don't know. Oh, UFO craze. Look, flying things. but throughout it all, I would have to say it was just a big disappointment. There was like a group of things, like say, okay, there was at one point there was like a little tiny group of things where the chick was standing. There's a whole bunch of, you know, there's like a little white thing. I'm just like, ooh, what is that? That might be something. That might be something. You might catch something, and it turned out to be coyotes. She's freaking out over coyotes. Oh, and the bones. How many of us walked out around this place and like out into the wilderness, and we run into bones? My God, they're brave people. I don't think I could have ever done that in my day. They didn't even show the ranch gates. They didn't even show nothing that we know. You want to go to some scary places around here? Guys, if you guys are watching this from sci-fi or from the Haunted Mansion Highway thing going on, you guys want to come back here. Seriously, this is my open invitation. I don't know how anybody else is going to feel about it, but come back. We will come back, talk to us. We will take you to some places. There's some scary-ass places around here. For instance, there's the Flats. There's Ouray itself. Hell, there's Ranled. I guess most people find scary. Of course, there's residents down there I find scary. I mean, I've lived there my whole life, but yeah. I mean, there's also, you know, the Skinwalker Ranch entrance. There's Big Springs. There's White Rocks. Many of our stories come from White Rocks or the White Rocks area, surrounding areas. The mountains. There's so many places that they could have had so much potential in, but they failed. Big F. I don't even know if I did that right. Big F. You guys failed. I was not thrilled. I was not on the edge of my seat. I didn't even wet myself. It was that bad. Either way. But I think you know what? I think natives, I think we're going to have to try to show them how it's done. Let's all go grab our little video cameras. Let's all... I think it's time for us to go explore the explored, but really unexplored, because they didn't know what they were looking for, or even looking at. So I say that we go and check out what we can, and let's send it into them. I don't know, something. Or at least get together and have a bunch of fried bread. Works for me either way. I don't want to see tomorrow, because that show made me not want to see tomorrow. I'm kidding, but the show overall was a bore, so sorry guys, but that's my review. Those are just my few thoughts on that little tribute to Skinwalkers. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. Enjoy. This is Jordan Myrick from the UNN This is Jordan Myrick from the UNN Ore Reservation here in Fort Duchesne, Red Lead, White Rocks.